Big announcement here in the airline world yesterday. Budget airlines Frontier and Spirit, those have now agreed to merge, creating the fifth largest airline here in the United States.
So you're probably saying, hey, I like to get these $19 fares to Vegas or whatever. They're going to stick around. So joining us this morning is Doctor, I'm taking a stab at this. It sounds like a very Greek name, so tell me for a moment. It's Stathis Kefallonitis.
That's right.
All right, Associate Professor at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Thank you so much for being on, Doctor. I appreciate it. Okay, so I think most people, usually when you have mergers, one or two things can happen, right? Either the price will come down and they'll get better, or sometimes now they're saying, well, I don't have to compete with Spirit anymore. We can go ahead and raise our airfares. How do you think this is going to shake out?
Good morning. This is a piece of welcome news in the industry as we're slowly coming out of the pandemic. And certainly the two carriers have actually wished to expand the ultra low fares post-merger. And it's interesting to note that this merger is anticipated that will bring about $1 billion in annual consumer savings. Since both carriers are low-cost carriers, they're promising a more reliable service, at the same time increasing daily flights and also destination totals. So certainly a welcome piece of news that really follows a growth in the number of new carriers that we've actually seen start operating in the United States, such as Breeze, Avelo, AHA, and Northern Pacific. And certainly that's very welcome. Yet what remains to see is, you know, how this is going to plan out, as well as how the customer experience and the customer engagement will get formulated.
Well, and I think you bring up a good point in that, Professor. When you think about it, we were talking about the $19 fares to Vegas or $30 fares to LA or something like that. Do you think those prices are still going to stick around? Can we anticipate that happening, or do you think that maybe we could see those prices rise?
I think that they're actually going to stay around. You know, if this moves forward, this is going to be the fifth largest carrier in the country, competing with the other four, but also with some of the newer carriers. So there's certainly room for this carrier, and certainly it's good to have more healthy competition.
So let me ask you this. How is it that Spirit and Frontier can fly you somewhere for half the cost of a Southwest or an American or something? What are they doing that they're able to do it? Because at the end of the day, all you're doing is you're getting from A to B, right? I guess it comes down to comfort and convenience. How do they do it at so much lower of a price point?
That's a great question. First thing that they actually look into is the value proposition. And that's why we distinguish airlines from full service carriers to low cost or ultra low cost. So carriers like Frontier and Spirit really focused on pricing and taking you from point A to point B. No frills carriers. You pay for anything extra, such as bags or assigned seats, carry-on luggage and stuff like that. So they're very clear and transparent on what they're offering. And that's what sort of attracts customers. You know exactly what you're paying for, and for any add-ons you pay extra. The secret is that ultra low cost and low cost carriers have also additional means of creating revenue, all the way from offering additional services such as renting cars or hotels. So behind what you see just purchasing a ticket, they also have another means of revenue by partnering with rental car companies, hotel companies, and also a big revenue is also advertising. So they take every possible way of, or they're looking at every possible way of increasing the revenue through other services.
Doctor, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Sorry, we're running out of time. Very interesting information. Good stuff from you.
Yeah, Professor, thank you.
Thank you so much. Hope to talk to you again in the future. And let's maybe we'll check in with you in 6 months or so or a year and see how this thing shook out.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your insight.
Thank you.